Introduction to Navigating Cultural Differences for International Students. Studying abroad is an exhilarating and life-changing experience for many young minds. The opportunity to live in a new culture, gain a global perspective, and make friends worldwide is truly invaluable. However, with all the excitement, there comes a set of challenges, especially when it comes to navigating cultural differences. As an international student, understanding and adapting to a new culture can be both daunting and rewarding. In this blog, we'll explore various aspects of cultural differences and provide essential tips for international students to thrive in their academic journey. During and immediately after your arrival in your host country, you may be excited by the cultural differences you encounter. Sometimes, the excitement of arrival begins to gradually wear off, and as you settle into your routines in this new culture, you may find yourself feeling challenged or frustrated by these differences. This transition, known as culture shock, is a natural part of the adaptation process during study abroad. It might help to think of culture shock as an ongoing experience rather than just one moment during your study abroad semester. You might feel euphoric and excited when you arrive. Those feelings, however positive, are part of the culture shock experience. Gullahorn and Gullahorn's Ugly Curve hypothesis model of culture shock argues that students experience multiple waves of highs and lows as they adjust to their host culture. Learning about these stages before you experience them may help you develop strategies to combat negative feelings and help you adjust when you begin your time abroad. How to navigate culture shock. The cultural adjustment process has many highs and lows. No matter how much preparation you do and how open-minded that you are about your upcoming experience, you are bound to experience a bit of culture shock at some point while you are abroad. We encourage students to identify some strategies before they leave campus that may help them deal with those moments when you are feeling mentally exhausted from navigating another culture. The smallest bit of preparation before you leave can go a long way towards helping you navigate these stressful or difficult moments. Your study abroad advisor can certainly help you strategize, but here are some tips and ideas we think will suit every study abroad student as they prepare for culture shock. Do you have some of the basic phrases memorized in your host country language? What novels, movies, or music will help you de-stress? Have those items readily available. Consider investing in a journal so you can jot down your thoughts whenever you're feeling overwhelmed. Think about bringing a few recipes for your favorite comfort foods. You can always share those with new friends. Having a plan to deal with culture shock is one strategy to handle the low points so that you can more quickly get back to pushing yourself to learn beyond your comfort zone. In addition to these strategies, you may just need to be more patient and flexible than you're used to while you're navigating these new challenges. Don't necessarily expect to hit the ground running and let yourself off the hook for misunderstanding things in your new host country. The study abroad experience is a great opportunity to develop adaptability and flexibility, skills that will help you as you enter the job market upon graduation. Just remember that it takes time to develop these skills. Creativity and resourcefulness will help you to respond to challenges and to take advantage of the opportunities available to you while studying abroad. We encourage you to read about culture shock in order to understand how to work through the ups and downs you might be experiencing during your time abroad so that you can successfully adapt to your host culture. Mental health resources. We realize that this semester or year may be a particularly challenging one as you navigate cultural shock, differences in academic expectations, hybrid or online courses, and an additional layer of COVID-related culture shock as many host countries transition through various stages of vaccination regimes, reopening, etc. Your provider or host university may provide mental health resources to you as part of your program fee. Program staff can also assist you in locating mental health care providers within your host country if needed. While students do typically have access to such resources on site through their provider or host university, keep in mind these resources may differ from what you may encounter in the U.S. depending on your program, as well as the host country's culture respective to mental health. Before you depart, reach out to your program contact directly to ask about counseling and other services which may be available to you on-site. All students studying on Tulane-approved programs are required to maintain both a domestic and international health insurance policy while abroad. If you have opted to remain enrolled in TSHIP as your domestic policy, United Healthcare Student Resources and HealthiestYou have partnered together to provide access to doctors and mental health care from anywhere you are, even while traveling internationally. All services are free for students covered under the UHCSR insurance plan. Services are available for all other students for a fee, as noted here. Students who are not enrolled in TSA Type P should research remote mental health resources available through their domestic provider. Identity-based resources. Students navigating intersectional elements of identity. Students of color, first-generation students, LGBTQ+ students, heritage students may find the cultural adjustment process even more challenging. Visit our Identity-Based Resources page for more information or make an appointment with an OSA advisor to discuss your concerns. Signs that show you are experiencing a cultural shock. Severe culture shock symptoms may include upheavals in emotions, difficulty in focusing or working, having panic attacks, feeling low, missing your family back home, struggling to fit in or adjust to your new circumstances and surroundings, having trouble with cross-cultural communication. Stages of culture shock. Culture shock only affects a person briefly and follows a 4-phase pattern. They are honeymoon, frustration, adjustment, acceptance, phase I, the honeymoon period. The first stage of culture shock is marked by a great sense of optimism, with everything new being fascinating. During this phase, individuals typically identify commonalities between their home and host countries and embrace the differences as part of their study abroad experience. They appreciate learning about new things and meeting new people. Phase II, frustration stage. After the first thrill of discovery wears off, reality sets in, and the glaring distinctions become more evident. Previously enjoyable, unique, or intriguing things may now irritate you. You begin questioning everything, wishing to change the status quo, and becoming increasingly antagonistic to your host country and its culture. Even little incidents can quickly cause frustration. Even your roommates' behaviors can irritate you, and constant mistakes due to confusion can lead to frustration. Stay connected with people from your home country or those with your background. This can provide a sense of familiarity and comfort while allowing you to discuss your experiences with others who understand. Reach out to local expatriate groups, cultural organizations, or support networks. These groups can provide guidance, tips, and a sense of community for individuals going through similar challenges. Phase III, adjustment stage. This stage occurs at different times for different people, but it is something that everyone goes through. After completing the second phase, the third phase provides a sense of relief. You will gradually adjust to new ways of life and come to understand and appreciate your host country's language, food, and culture. In the process, you will also establish your identity among your peers and community. Phase IV, the acceptance stage. International students frequently achieve the acceptance stage following their first visit back to their home country during the summer holiday. You begin to see yourself as a member of the new environment once you have adapted to your host country. Your identity is shaped by the new culture. As a result, when you return to your native country for the holidays, you may feel disconnected or bereaved. You might even start missing college life and appreciate the things you used to take for granted. This can lead to a bicultural worldview in which you learn to manage and traverse two cultural environments. That's it for today's video. We hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, and we will see you in the next one.